Guitar tips, guitar tips, just the tips, just for you. Guitar tips. Hello and welcome to Guitar Tips. My name is Adam Levy. It's my weekly video blog series, Guitar Tips. That's what it is. I post a new video here on this channel, this YouTube channel, each and every week. Each tip is just a little idea, something to think about. It's not really meant to be a full-on guitar lesson, though some of them do get a little bit content rich. But the big idea is really little ideas, a bunch of little ideas, and I hope that as I continue to make these, that you personally will find a few along the way that really speak to you wherever you're at in your growth. I hope you'll find a couple of things here that you're hearing the right idea at the right time, and then it helps you get to whatever the next level is for you. If you dig guitar tips, and I hope that you do, then you can show your diggage by subscribing. There's a little red subscribe button down below there. You can click on it just one time. You can click on it as many times as you like, but I think one does the trick. You click on it once and you are a subscriber. Very easy to do, and I hope that you will. On with the tip. Let's get to tipping. This week's guitar tip is as in to swing. As in to swing. If you are a movie buff, especially if you happen to be a fan of the Coen brothers, you may know this as a quote from Raising Arizona. Very funny movie. The kind of swinging that they're talking about in that scene is different from the kind of swinging that I want to talk about here. But I just thought it was funny. So there you go. So one thing that I see in my students is they start to get their scales together and they want to play some jazz. And this is not just for jazz, but let's talk about jazz just for a moment. So they get their scales together and maybe they know, I don't know, I'll say D Dorian in this position here. Okay, and they start improvising. And as you may notice, I'm picking every single note, and that's something you can do. And if you listen to early jazz guitar, it was something they had to do, because that was how you would be able to make an acoustic guitar speak. And so in the early days of electric guitar, like Charlie Christian and players like that, there's a lot of picking going on because they're coming from having played purely acoustically, and there's only so much legato, hammer-ons and pull-offs you can do if you want to be heard in the context of a group, So there's a lot of picking going on. But here we are in 2016. Well, that's what year it is right now. I don't know. You might watch this in some other year in the future. But it's 2016 as I record this. And, of course, this is an acoustic guitar, but I want to address an electric guitar thing, which is that you have plenty of sustain, and if you work on your pull-offs and hammer-ons and slides and other legato techniques, you can start to get to where your picked notes and your legato notes are fairly equal in strength and volume. So there's not this, loud picking and quiet other stuff. You can get them pretty close together. And once you do that, you can actually start to, I think, get a little more of a swing feel by picking on the upbeats or the ands, if you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And picking on the ands and using legato techniques on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to try that with the metronome and just exaggerate it by doing it all the time. And let's see, I'm still going to stay in D Dorian. 2, 3, 4. So I left D Dorian, now I'm using some melodic minor sounds with a C sharp in there. But the idea is I'm picking and 1 and 2. I don't know if you can see my right hand here. I'll move up here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. If you change position, instead of just staying in one box, if you move around some more, you can really get to where you're able to pick consistently just on those offbeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting a little bit out into the weeds there, but I hope you get the idea here. It's something that I learned many years ago when I played saxophone for just a little bit, and my teacher at the time, I was trying to get a kind of jazz phrasing on the horn, and what I didn't realize was that many jazz saxophone players will just tongue. That's how you articulate notes on the sax. We articulate by picking. They articulate, there's a steady stream of air, but you break up the notes by tonguing the reed. And you can tongue the reed on the ands and do the slurs on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or any and or all of those. And I thought that was a kind of a neat idea. I was already playing guitar at that time, so I took that saxophone concept and moved it onto the guitar, and I found that it actually does help things swing. So I'm going to change tempos and change keys here and get out of D minor. I'm going to play an A flat 7th, 2. Again, I want to show my picking hand. 2, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm in D flat, and I'll go back to A flat. E flat. So it's not that I'm doing it all the time, but I'm just trying to do it as much as I can within the context of the line that I'm hearing in my head. There's a really good book by Dale Bruning where he talks about using this kind of idea and actually designing lines, laying them all out on the guitar with this specific idea in mind. So using certain fingerings and certain positions so that you can exploit this to the fullest. If you are interested in it, I would say don't overthink it. Just start trying to do it. An easy way to do it would be to take a 2-note per string fingering, which if you know all the pentatonic boxes, they're all 2 notes per string, and just practice. I'm going to go to G minor here again, just to change keys. And instead of practicing 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm picking here on the downs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pick 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. You could do pull-offs. So this is rhythmically square. You could start to get the swing feel too. 2, 3, 4. So 2-note per string fingerings are an easy way to practice this because you're thinking in pairs of 8th notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You could also do it with like a major scale 2-note per string, which is a little funny. If let's go to the key of C, you'd be like this. So 2, 3, and 4. There we go. As with anything, you don't want to do it all the time, but it's something that you can have in your vocabulary that can help get that kind of swinging feel when you want it. You can switch back and forth between very straight 8th notes and more kind of heavy, exaggerated swing. There's all different ways to slice up rhythm and subdivide. But anyway, it's just something that I haven't seen talked about too much, and I wanted to share it with you because it's something that I have gotten a fair bit of mileage out of. So next time you're writing lines out, if you're into actually writing out your lines, take like a little 4-bar or even a 2-bar line over whatever 1 chord or 2 chords or 3 chords or whatever you're doing, and look at it, and instead of just playing it where your fingers fall out of habit, see if you can lay it out on the fretboard to maximize this idea of picking and legato so that you can get a certain kind of swing that's not just the concept of swing in your mind, but I think just by definition, by the physicality and the mechanics of how your hand works when you pick on the ands and you slur on the beats, there's going to be an inherent amount of swing, even if you're a straightforward rock jammer. So there you go, as in to swing. Thank you to Martin Guitar Strings for being a supportive sponsor of Guitar Tips, and thank you for being part of the Guitar Tips community. Until next week, stay tuned and take good care.